Hi there, Kendra Tolbert here. I'm a registered dietitian and yoga teacher, and I specialize in women's health and fertility. And today I have a fertility yoga sequence for you. We're going to be moving our hips quite a bit in this sequence to really promote the circulation of blood and energy in our pelvic region. Let's get right into it. Come to stand at the center of your mat with your feet hips width apart. Once you're comfortable, if it feels good to you, I invite you to close your eyes and turn your attention inward. Gently place one hand on your lower abdomen and the other hand on top of that hand. Breathe deeply here. Notice any sensation you experience here. Notice the rise and fall of your abdomen as you inhale deeply and exhale fully. When you're ready, release your hands down by your sides. On your next exhale, bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Roll your head down to the center and then up and over to the right. Bring your head back up through center, balanced between your shoulders. When you're ready, exhale, bring your head over to the right, then down to the center, up and over to the left, back up through center. Bring your head back over to the left, to the front and center, then over to the right, to the front and to the center, and then over to the left. Continue making these half circles at your own pace. Last time, bring your head back up through center. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and roll them back and down, up, back, and down. Continue rolling your shoulders to the back, allowing your breath to guide you. Last time. Meet me with your arms down by your sides. Now, bring your hands up to your ribcage. Shift your ribcage to the left, then shift it to the front, then shift it to the right, and then to the back. Bring it back over to the left, and continue with these ribcage isolations at your own pace. If you'd like to, Feel free to smooth out these isolations and turn them into circles. How does that feel? Come back to center, then repeat in the opposite direction. Shift to the right, to the front, to the left, and to the back. Right, front, left, back. Now smooth it out. Come back to center. Bring your hands to your hips and prepare to do what we just did with your ribcage with your hips. Shift your hips to the left, to the front, to the right, to the back. Left, front, right, and back. Left, front, right, back. Turn these into smooth hip circles, bending your knees as much as you'd like, moving as fast or as slow as you would like to. Come back to center. Shift your hips to the right, to the front, to the left, to the back. Right, front, left, back. Right, front, left, back. Smooth it out. Come back to center and prepare for figure eights. Bring your left hip to the front and then circle it to the back. Now right hip comes forward, circle it to the back. Left hip comes forward, circle it to the back. Right hip comes forward, circle it to the back. Smooth this out so that you're making figure eights with your hips. Come back to center, bend your knees, and scoop your hips up to the left. Scoop it down and up to the right, down to the left and up, down to the right and up. Continue with this scooping motion with your hips in your own way, not concerning yourself with what it looks like, simply enjoying what it feels like. Come back to center. Give yourself a good shake. Circle your arms up overhead as you continue to shimmy and shake. Then allow your hands to melt down by your sides as you roll your wrists and your fingers. Circle your arms back up, continuing to roll your wrists, allowing your fingers to dance. Reach up, look up. Circle your hands back down. Continue circling your arms up and down. The next time you reach your arms up overhead, breathe there for a moment, then melt down into a forward fold. Once you're in your forward fold, bend one leg, then the other, and alternate bending and straightening your legs, really allowing your hips to sway from side to side. Come to center, bend your knees generously, and come down onto your hands and your knees. On your next inhale, arch your spine and look up, and as you exhale, round your spine, look towards your pelvis. Inhale, up and arch. Exhale, round and look down. Continue with this cat-cow motion at your own pace. Maybe adding a waving motion to it by sending your hips back as you inhale and arch, and forward as you exhale and round. Come back to center, curl your toes under, and lengthen one leg behind you, then the other, to come into a plank position. Breathe here. Lower your knees, uncurl your toes, and lower yourself all the way down to your mat. Place your forehead on your mat and your hands underneath your shoulders, elbows pointing back. Roll your shoulders back, and as you inhale, heel your chest up and off the mat, then lower it back down. Again, inhale to come up, exhale to lower down. Last time, inhale up, exhale down. This time, press all the way up, as far up as is comfortable to you. Circle your upper body down and to the right, through the center, to the left and up. Twice more to the right, through center, the left and up. Last time, right, center, left and up. Now switch direction, so circle down to the left, through the center, over to the right and up. Again. And last time. Breathe here for a moment, then melt all the way down to your mat. Stack one hand on top of the other at the front of your mat and rest your forehead onto your hands. Bend your right leg to bring your right heel towards your bottom. Then bend your left leg as you straighten your right leg. Continue kicking back and forth, alternating feet. Move freely. When you're ready, press up to come back onto your hands and your knees. Bring your big toes together, your knees wide, and send your hips back to meet your heels. Reach your hands forward and rest your forehead onto your mat for child's pose. Inhale, come up with an arched spine. Exhale, round and press back into child's pose. Inhale up, arch. Exhale, round and press back. Last time, inhale up and arched. Exhale, round back. Come back up onto your hands and your knees. Bring your knees in line with your hips and your feet in line with your knees. Step your right foot forward on the outside of your right hand. Feel free to circle your hips here in this lunge. With your toe pointed, straighten your front leg out to the side, then circle it back. Bring it back in, and then extend it out to the front again and circle it back. Bring it in, extend it out, circle back. Bring both knees underneath your hips, then step your left foot forward on the outside of your left hand for a lunge on this side. Once again, feel free to make small circles with your hips here in your lunge. Let's repeat what we did on the right side on our left side. Extend your left leg forward, circle it back. Then sweep it forward once again and circle it back. Last time, point it forward, circle it back. Then come back onto your hands and your knees. Big toes together, knees out wide, press back into child's pose. Decide if you'd like to stay in child's pose or explore downward facing dog. If you'd like to do downward facing dog, come up onto your hands and your knees, curl your toes under, lift your knees and send your hips up and back as you send your torso towards your thighs. Then straighten one leg, then the other, alternating between one bent leg and the other bent leg. Straighten both legs, arch your spine and come up onto your toes, come forward into a plank position, then bend your knees, send your hips up and back, straighten your legs. Once again, round, come forward into a plank, bend your knees, arch your spine, send your hips up. Continue waving through downward facing dog at your own pace. Come to a downward facing dog for one final time. Then walk your hands back to meet your feet at the back of your mat. Walk your feet out as wide as your mat. Shift your hips from side to side. Back to center. Turn your toes out, your ankles in, and then lower your hips to come into a squat. Shift from side to side in your squat. And when you're ready, bring your hands together at the center of your chest. Breathe here. Place your hands onto the mat in front of you, then place them behind you and take a seat. Move down to the center of your mat and then lie back onto your mat. Extend your arms up overhead. Stretch your legs nice and long. Point your toes and give yourself a full body stretch. Move in whatever way feels good to you. Slide your arms so that they're down by your sides. Then bend your legs. Soles of your feet are flat on the floor. On your next inhale, lift your hips, then circle them to the right, down, to the left, and back up. Continue circling your hips at your own pace. Change the direction of your hip circles. Last time, lower your hips. Draw both knees in towards your chest and hug them in. Release your left leg. Hug in your right leg. Bring your right leg out to the right. Left arm comes out to the left side. Bring your right leg back in and then bring it across your body for a twist. Left hand comes to your right knee and right arm stretches outward. Come out of your twist. Hug both knees back in. Release your right leg and hug in your left knee. Open your left leg out to the side. Right arm comes out. Bring your left leg back in. Bring it across your body for a twist. Right hand is on your left knee. Left arm is out. Come out of your twist. Hug both legs in. Stretch both legs out. Arms are stretched up overhead, full body stretch. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Then when you're ready, bring your arms down by your sides. Allow your feet to fall away from one another. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. And if it feels good and comfortable to you, I invite you to close your eyes and rest here. When you're ready, roll over onto your side. Then press yourself up to come into a comfortable seated position. On your next inhale, circle your arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands come to the center of your chest. Thank yourself for giving yourself this time to move and breathe. Thank you for allowing me to lead you in today's practice. Be well, and bye for now.